Then Moses turned to the Lord and said, O Lord, why have you done evil to this people? Why did you ever send me? For since I came to Pharaoh to speak in your name, he has done evil to this people, and you have not delivered your people at all. Exodus 5, verses 22 and 23. By this time, Moses had decided how God should carry out his plan of delivering the people from captivity. Moses was disappointed that God did not measure up to his expectations. This is why his reaction was wrong. Tony Merida, commenting on verse 22, says, and I quote, notice how Moses is beginning to question, number one, God's goodness. Why have you caused trouble for this people? Number two, God's purpose. Why did you ever send me? And number three, God's actions. You haven't delivered your people at all. Moses reminds us of ourselves. Moses was an imperfect sinner like us. He was a man in desperate need of God's mercy and grace like us. Here, he is at a crisis of belief. End quote. But the right thing that Moses did was turning to the Lord. Let us look at another example, that of David in 1 Samuel chapter 30, verses 1 to 6. When his wives were captured and all the men rise up against David and decide to kill him. In his grief, we see that David strengthened himself in the Lord. And David was greatly distressed, for the people spoke of stoning him, because all the people were bitter in soul, each for his sons and daughters, but David strengthened himself in the Lord his God. Where do you go when you're broken-hearted? Have a blessed weekend.